So much has been made of who is more valuable, Kevin Durant or Steph. Like, that's a real thing, right? Kevin Durant, Steph, who's more valuable? It's so funny to me. I don't know if you've heard, but Scottie Pippen apparently disappeared. He's the Bermuda Triangle of players. You guys all get that all these dynasties are tandems. Kevin Durant and Steph Curry, it's a tandem. Michael Jordan and Pippen won titles. Not Michael Jordan without Pippen. Shaq and Kobe. Bird and McHale. LeBron and D. Wade. Magic and Kareem. Duncan and Tony Parker. Russell and Cousy. Isaiah Thomas and Joe Dumars. Like, it's just amazing to me. Do you guys realize Scottie Pippen was part of all Michael's championships and is a top 50 player of all time? Remember, Golden State only won without Kevin Durant due to two major injuries. Kevin Love, who was better then than now, and Kyrie Irving got hurt. Or LeBron, Kevin Love, and Kyrie Irving would have won the series. It went 6, and the second best player for the Cavs was Matthew Dellavedova. So, the dynasty, and by the way, Steph deserves a lot of credit for winning even in 6. But this KD-Steph thing, it's a dynasty. They've won 2 together easily. They're probably going to win 3 together easily. That's a dynasty. But whenever we're talking about, well, whose is it? Well, Steph tends to be statistically more valuable to the team. Kevin Durant, because he's 7 feet tall, is harder to stop. But it's almost as if Scottie Pippen, of all the great players, disappeared into the ether. Those aren't Michael Jordan's titles. Those are Michael and Scottie's titles. Kobe lost Shaq. He was completely irrelevant until he got Pau Gasol a couple years later. I mean, even if you look at the teams that didn't win but that were just really, really good, Stockton and Malone were really, really good. Didn't win a title, but it was a tandem. Sean Kemp, Gary Payton. Didn't win a title, but were really good. Mourning and Hardaway. Penny and Shaq. Westbrook and Durant. Barkley and Kevin Johnson. Like, in all these conversations, it's as if Scottie Pippen did not exist. This isn't the Kevin Durant Warriors. It's not the Steph's Warriors. You take Steph off this team, I don't think Kevin Durant's going to be part of a dynasty. Doesn't mean he couldn't win a title in Golden State if it was Kevin Durant, Clay, and Draymond. He doesn't form a dynasty. And Steph isn't going to win titles. That's why he recruited Kevin Durant, because he knew, damn, we needed Kyrie and Kevin Love to get hurt. And then, oh, by the way, the next year, when Kyrie was healthy, they beat us. So the Warriors were not a dynasty before Kevin Durant got there. They had won a title. So I don't buy one is uber important and the other is significantly less important. They're all tandems. You have to go back to like the Pistons. And we've got like one, and they weren't a dynasty. They just had a one-off. The Dallas Mavericks with Dirk, they weren't a dynasty. But when you start talking dynastic clubs, they're all tandems. All of them are tandems. Michael's 1-9 in the playoffs before Scottie Pippen. They're all tandems. What about the Mavericks? What about the Sonics? What about the Pistons? They weren't dynasties. They're not all-time great teams. If you list the best NBA teams last 20 years, that Dirk Nowitzki Mavericks team, I'm not even sure they make the list. They don't make the top 10. I doubt they make the top 15. Sonics don't. Pistons don't. Those are considered outliers. Those are one-offs. Lightning in a bottle. Everything went right. Injuries, emotional breaks, coaching. A story came out yesterday. LeBron's going to talk to the Warriors, and people all freaked out. And it's interesting because fans have no problem with baseball players, NFL players, hockey players, MLS players going to powerhouses. I mean, how many times, oh my God, I can't wait to watch A-Rod play for the Yankees. I can't wait to watch blank play for the Red Sox. Even in college basketball, I can't wait to watch Duke. They landed the 1, 2, and 3 best recruits. I can't wait to watch Kentucky's class. We have no problem with dominance being dominant. Even in the NBA, Kevin Durant Kevin Garnett to Boston was celebrated. Chris Paul to Houston was exciting and celebrated. Paul George and Carmelo to Westbrook was celebrated. LeBron to Golden State freaks you out. And you were also pissed on KD to Golden State. Why? Because that's respect. Okay, when you keep telling me James Harden and Russell Westbrook are the MVPs of this league, I roll my eyes. If it was announced tomorrow that Westbrook was going to Golden State, would you be angry? No. The first thing you'd say is, oh, he's going to screw that up. And that's a guy you gave MVP to? You were terrified when Kevin Durant went to Golden State. People were pissed. That tells you that Westbrook isn't in the same class as Kevin Durant. If James Harden went to the Warriors today, it was announced, people wouldn't freak out. They'd be like, oh, that's going to screw it up. Is Steph going to get the ball? You would not fear Harden going to Golden State. In fact, you'd say, oh, what a mess. You wouldn't fear Westbrook going to Golden State. Oh, God, that's going to be a mess. You didn't like Kevin Durant going there because of what's happening. That tells you Kevin Durant's a hell of a lot better player than James Harden and Russell Westbrook. I mean, Broussard came on yesterday when the LeBron Golden State thing came out, and he was apoplectic. Listen, even Adam Silver didn't like Kevin Durant to Golden State. So when you keep trying to tell me that James Harden is more valuable than LeBron, I just laugh at it. We didn't freak out when James Harden went to Houston. We celebrated it. We didn't freak out when Paul George and Melo went to Westbrook. We celebrated it. The three moves in my life in the NBA that everybody didn't like was Shaq to the Lakers, LeBron to Miami, and Kevin Durant to Golden State. You didn't like that free agency. You didn't like that at all because you thought it was unfair. That's the ultimate respect. T.O. to the Eagles, people like that. I was excited for it. Randy Moss to New England, I was excited for it. Brett Favre to Minnesota, I couldn't wait to watch him play. Joe Montana to the Kansas City Chiefs, I was excited for that. When people get fearful, they get angry. And when they get angry, it's the ultimate respect. You got pissed when Kevin Durant went to the Warriors. You wouldn't have been that mad if Westbrook would have gone to the Warriors. You'd have said, oh, that won't work. Guy's a ball hog, doesn't pass, impossible to play with. So Sam Presti, when he chose Westbrook over Harden and Westbrook over Kevin Durant, could have done a very simple test. Which one of these guys going to the Warriors would scare people? What are people in sports afraid of? Being dominated. That's what they're afraid of. People don't like to be dominated where there's an unfair advantage or disadvantage. That's why Kevin Durant to the Warriors, everybody freaked out. The commissioner commented on it. He wouldn't have done that if James Harden went to the Warriors or Russell Westbrook. We got two guys in this league that are better than everybody else, LeBron and Kevin Durant. There's a lot of guys I like. The Greek Freak's got talent. John Wall's talented. But we got two guys in this league. If they go to certain places, we freak out. We do not like it. Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from The Herd or go watch a few segments from other shows on FS1.